More kids are struggling to read right now than ever before. And you may not even realize it until it's too late. This doesn't start in school. It starts much earlier at home. If you've ever worried your child might fall behind in reading, you're not imagining it. And you're not alone. Reading scores across the country are dropping, and a lot of parents are quietly wondering, what's going on? And what does this mean for my child? I've seen more and more reports about this, and if you're a parent of a young child, it can feel really unsettling, especially if your child hasn't started school yet and you're thinking, is this going to be my kid? Are they going to struggle from day one? So in this video, let's break down what's actually happening, what it means for your child specifically, and what you can do about it at home, because you have more influence here than you might think. Okay, here's what we're seeing right now. About 1/3 of fourth graders in the US can read at a proficient level right now, and that number is going down. Some reports even show that students fell behind by months, even up to a year in reading progress, especially after the pandemic. But here's something a lot of people don't realize. This decline actually started before the pandemic, as early as 2013. So this isn't a short-term issue. It's been building over time. And when I was trying to figure this out for my own kids, I kept asking, why is this so hard for so many children right now? Here's what I found. And more importantly, here's what it means for your child specifically. Cause number 1, missed foundations. Reading is a skill that's built step by step. And what teachers are seeing more and more is that kids are missing some of those early foundational steps. So instead of decoding words, they're guessing or memorizing, which makes reading harder as the text gets more complex. And here's the domino effect. If a child can't decode words, they can't comprehend what they're reading. If they can't comprehend, learning becomes much harder across every subject. That foundation, those early steps, matter more than most parents realize. Cause number 2, screens competing with reading. The second big factor is screen time. And before you click away, I am not here to shame you. My kids had screen time too. But we need to face the facts, okay? Many young children are getting 2 to 3 hours of screen time a day, and experts have pointed out that reading is now competing with something very different: fast, highly stimulating digital content. I call it the instant gratification effect. We're getting used to being entertained instantly, and reading works the opposite way. It requires patience, focus, and effort. Teachers are saying they're seeing this play out in real time. Kids who struggle to sit with a book or stay engaged for more than a few minutes. Now, I'll be doing a full video on this soon because it's a big conversation. But for now, just know it's a factor. Cause number 3, less reading at home. The third piece is something a lot of parents don't even realize is happening. Look, life is busy, schedules are full, and for many families, reading at home just isn't happening as consistently as it used to. Sometimes it gets replaced with apps, videos, or just trying to get through the day. Sometimes we're guilty of filling our lives with so many activities that we don't give our kids time to sit still, be bored, and learn to focus. I've been guilty of that too and had to learn the hard way. But reading is one of those skills that grows with consistent exposure. And when that consistency isn't there, it shows up over time. What you model as a priority becomes your child's priority. So here's the part that I really want you to hear. This is not happening because kids aren't capable, and it's not about blaming parents or schools. It's about understanding that reading is not something that just clicks. Every confident reader moves through the same progression, and when one of those layers is skipped or rushed, it shows up later. That's what we're seeing in a lot of these scores. But here's the encouraging part. This is something you can influence at home. You don't need hours. You don't need to be a teacher. Even just 10 minutes a day of intentional reading time can make a huge difference over time. I know this because we had to block out the noise in our own home, set goals for our family, and be intentional. And now my boys are thriving academically in ways I'm genuinely grateful for every single day. So instead of just worrying about the statistics, focus on what's in your control. You don't have to fix the system. You just have to show up for your child. Now, I don't want you to hit kindergarten registration and realize there were simple things you could have been doing all along that you just didn't know about. That's why I created the Reading Ladder, a free guide that shows you exactly which books to read with your child right now based on where they are developmentally. It takes the guessing out of it completely. So download it free. The link is below and start tonight. And if you're ready to go beyond the book list and actually start teaching your child to read step by step, I have a 5-day reading Jumpstart challenge. It's just $27 and takes about 10 minutes a day. The link is below too. You've got this, and I'm here to help you.